I usually mess the first one up, no big deal. Welcome back to Mid-10, everybody. It is a glorious sunny day. Notice the sun. What we're getting into today, I'm gonna go hit the logging woods and drop a few trees. Gotta start off by getting those steel saw sharp here. Saw sharp. How I learned how to sharpen a saw was my dad showed me. And that worked great for years, but now since we got into cutting our own timber, to learn how to sharpen one even better, I got on the old internet and watched way too many YouTube videos on it. And people use, two things most of these people use that I saw were these file guides and a file handle. So the file guide works great. This one's got some corrosion on it, but it's got lines up here that show your angle. So when you come across, you can set a straight line, that line where the thumb's at. If that line is straight with the bar, you're cutting at the right angle. And on this file handle, so once you butt it up, the file handle is butted up against the bar there. See how it's got the angle? That is the correct angle to file. So I've swapped over to using these file handles. Works great for me. I got to tighten that chain up just a smidge. What I'm running on the saw is a steel 310, or no, steel 311. It's not a professional saw. It is a what they call a farm saw. It's close to the higher end on farm saws that you can get. And I have modified it, so I've got bigger feller spikes on it, or feller dogs, whatever you want to call them. And a lot of these videos I watched about sharpening saws, they'd go into cutting timber, and all these guys run these big spikes. And what I found out is with the big spikes right here, it bumps the tree, so you're not smushing your muffler up against the tree when you're cutting. It keeps all this off the tree when you're cutting trees down. Now these are foreign made junky ones, and I got these foreign made ones because they're really cheap, and I wanted to try them out without having to spend a lot of money on good American made ones. And now, since I figured out I like them, it's order me some better ones. Well, that's all that. I'm gonna get her gassed up, tighten that chain up a little bit. Let's go cut some trees. Well, I messed that one up, if y'all couldn't tell. It barber chaired on me. so it split. I usually mess the first one up, no big deal. So if you can see my cut here, so my face cut is just slightly lower than my back cut, which is right. But right on this side, I was undercut. I didn't cut enough right through here. I should have been cut in a little bit more. It happens. I mean, the worst thing is I probably dropped the value of the first log. I cut it in half. I usually cut the value of that in half. Actually, I didn't. Look in here, if you can see, that dark stripe in there means that thing's rotten on the inside. Yep. That's why that one barber chaired on me, I think. But the light wood's good. The dark wood way down in there, that's rotten wood I'm touching my hand on. I mean, she's got a holler spot somewhere in it. On to the next one. I'll probably limb this up a little bit. There's a pretty good sized poplar over here I want to cut. So what I'm doing is slick cutting timber of trees that have decent value to them. So one tree down, ready to go. I didn't mess the bottom of it up. So we should get probably 3 logs out of that, and then we'll get another log out of this top piece. I got my face cut. You see me come back with an axe. I cleaned up this little bit of junk right here. Make it smooth, you know a nice smooth shape like this right here. Y'all are all right. Grapevine was hung up in this tree and jerked you loose. Once I get warmed up, I can cut them pretty good. Just throw this out here. I did let people know what I was doing today. So y'all ain't gotta worry about me being out in the woods by myself. Matter of fact, Dad just come down here, Big Don, and he checked on me and said, "Hey, why don't you go getting yourself killed out here in the woods messing around?" I said, "I'll try my best. I'll try my best not to. I'll try my best not to." But mostly what I'm cutting right now is all poplar, which cuts really easy. The first 2 trees I cut were white oaks. I barber chaired the first one. Y'all seen that. I really messed that one up. And the second one, I got it hung up in a red oak. It's still hung up and it's gonna stay that way until we get somebody to help. Well, folks, it is quitting time. That's what time it is. Got, I don't know, got around 20-25 trees cut up there. A lot of them, majority of them's poplar. I cut 2 white oaks, 1 red oak, rest of them are poplar. And these poplar aren't big, but It's a spot that we kind of stopped at last year, so I'm going to try to finish it up before we move over to some bigger timber. Hopefully we'll be on that bigger timber this weekend. And also started over here because that's where the loader tractor's at. So we can finish this dab up here and then move to where other spot where the big poplars at and cut them. Plus, I mean, y'all did see me barber chair that one. That only cut the value of that log and cut it in half. And you know, you got to get warmed up somewhere. Probably should have started cutting some crappier trees first instead of that white oak. Live and learn, though. Live and learn. So since it's quitting time, I'm gonna get my stuff put up. I'm gonna head to the house and feed kids, hang out with the wife. You know, it is today is Valentine's Day. Yep, it's February the 14th. She should have found a little present I left her in the house. Cause here's a pro tip for you fellas out there. Never, and I mean never, buy Valentine's stuff before Valentine's Day. Never do it. That's a bad idea. Buy it on Valentine's Day because it's half price. Save you money, boys. They'll like it just as much. But I'm going to get going. Get on home. Like always, the good Lord's willing. Catch you on the flip side. Till the next.